Good evening, everyone. It's me, Coach Daniel again, coming on another Thursday evening for you with a bit of a band workout today. Obviously, I've gone for more challenging movements tonight rather than getting anything too high rep and sweaty with it being quite a tad warmer tonight. So hopefully it'll be a little bit more of a steady one for us. So I've done my usual thing, picked up some different, hopefully sort of interesting movements that you'll find that we can make use of with the band, something a little bit different. So we're going to give those a go today. I've done my usual thing as well. Workout sheet will be posted in the comments afterwards if you want to have a crack at this later. Also as well, it's got rep ranges and sets depending how you feel with the band with this. Again, I'm going to provide alternatives as I go through, and I'll give you different options on how to adjust the equipment you may or may not have as well. So the first thing we're going to be starting with tonight is some lateral step ups. So we're going to be doing these. Obviously, we've had plenty of practice with the step ups. We're going to try them from a lateral point, and that just means from the side. And we're also going to do a lying one-arm band pull apart as well. Okay, so we're going to do 8 and 12, well, 8 reps on each with this just to begin with, just to get us going. So, obviously, for the first one, we're going to need chair, stool, something solid to stand up with. If you're using something at home, just make sure as well that it's nice and firmly in place. If you need it up against the wall or something like that to keep it in position. Now, this is quite a tough exercise in itself. So again, it's one of these ones. The band can add a nice bit of resistance, but again, don't feel like you need to use the band. It's quite a tough one by itself, depending on the height of the chair, okay, or stool or whatever you're using. So there's 2 ways you can go about using the band for this one. You can have it over your shoulder if you want, like this. And again, you can step onto the band on the opposite side. So you've got it, for example, here on my left shoulder. I'm standing with it on my right. Obviously, get the position here. But again, what we're going to do is be standing up like this and trying to touch down the side here. I'll show you a different angle of this as well, so you can see on the next set as well. But we'll get cracking now. So we're going to do 8 reps, both sides of this. So again, stepping up, nice, tall, trying to just tap down on the floor, and remember you're trying to reach out straight to the side and trying to concentrate on using this front leg. There. So again, just change over sides. So put the shoulder band onto the other shoulder, and then standing on the foot on the other side. I'll show you a different angle for this now. So I'll do it facing. So this one, again, foot nice and firmly on whatever you're using. We're going to do 8 reps. So stepping up, and I'm trying to step out to the side, like that. So I'm just trying to touch out to the side. What I'm not trying to do is reach back with my foot too much. And 8 there. So I'll show you a different way to hold the band with that one as well. So we'll hold the band off. We're going to be doing lying band pull apart. So one arm. So you probably want to start with this on a single band to start with. So again, lying over like this. All I want you to do, reach you over nicely and try and get your back on the floor. I'm going to do 8 reps. So I'll show you from this angle as well. So just change over sides. Again, bottom leg straight. Have your knee line over. The reason we're in this position, it just helps hold us in position. So we're getting the movement out the shoulders where we want to get it from. So you have nice straight arms. Just reaching over. Eight. Ooh. So, back onto the step ups. Now, if you want a way to sort of adjust the tension with these a little bit more, I'll show you. So, instead of having it over your shoulder where obviously it's sort of a fixed tension, what you can do is obviously stand on the band, middle of the foot. And what I do is bring the band just into the middle. And what you can do then is just hold the band like this in both hands. So that allows me to crank up the tension a little bit more. Cool. So remember, feel like you're reaching out to the side here. What you don't want to do is sort of just be stepping back. As I say, we're deliberately trying to work side here. And up nice and tall, make sure we're locking that leg out. Ooh. So, just change over sides. So again, band over the middle of the foot. Just a bit of tension on that band. Eight reps there. So again, move back onto the band pull aparts. So again, just lying nice and flat on the floor. As I say, if you want to make these really tough, as I say, you can try doubling up with them, but don't need a huge amount of tension with these. Just about feeling for the muscles working. So you're feeling for that shoulder blade. Pushing up. That's it. We'll just move on to the other side. Again, nice straight arms. Just reaching over. As I say, try and lay your back on the floor. That's it. And if you can, just tap that hand down on the floor. Feel like you can. 8. Nice one there. So the reason that we're sort of like in that position for that one is helps ensure we're getting the movement just out of the shoulders, which is where we want them from. That we're not cheating and swinging about using our hips and things like that. So it's why it's quite useful to do band pull aparts or any other sort of exercise like that in that position. So just finish off with the last set step ups. And remember, we're still going for this side movement, stepping out to the side. So again, band around the middle of the foot, a little bit of tension on it, concentrate on straightening out that front leg. That's it. Front leg just doing the work. Nice and locked out, straight at the top. Finally, last leg. Yeah. Another 8 reps. Ooh. So, Last set of band pull aparts now. So, again, probably a single band will be enough for this. Knee over the top, arms locked straight, staying straight throughout, just reaching up. Nice and tall over the top. So, back to the other side. Again, straight arms. Feel like you're trying to tap that fist down on the floor. Eight. There we go. Oh, no worries, Joe. Right. So moving on to the next two. So we've got a bit of a hinge sort of movement or a bit of a variation on it. Because obviously typically with a hinge or deadlift movement, you're doing it from the floor and you're pulling straight up. We're going to do a band pull through, and this just changes it because we're pulling from behind us a little bit. So a nice little variation for us. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the band. Going down here. See, I'm going to do it around my desk. So hopefully if you've got something else like this that you can attach to. If you don't, you can just do a regular deadlift like this. So holding onto the band and doing your hinge and pulling up if you don't have anything to tie it onto, okay? But if you do, what you want to do, tie the band round, and you don't want it, you want it a bit lower than your hips, just so it doesn't get in the way here, okay? So with this, I think we're going to do 10 reps with this, although you can go higher with this one if you want to. One of those ones where you can do plenty of reps, but all I want you to do, pull through the band, stand. What we're going to do is practice hinging back. Try and keep your hands fixed. And we're just going to squeeze forward. So really focus on squeezing your glutes. You hinge your back, so just imagine this is a deadlift. So say you should feel like at the top here that you're nice, squeeze forward, locked at the top there. Okay. The next exercise we're going to be doing a variation on the plank row that we did, but we're going to do a hold with it instead. Now again, adjust the time for what you want to be challenging with these holds. You can make it as short or as long as you want with this, but I'm going to do 15 seconds on each arm today. Okay. So this one, again, we're going to get into the plank position, and what we want to focus on is getting a nice drive back with the elbow. So really feel like that pull back down. Okay. So in position, 15 seconds. You can see I'm trying to keep my bum squeezed forward as best I can, pulling back with the elbow, trying to keep myself as straight as I can. That's it. Just change over hands. So this one, it is quite a challenging movement. So you can have your feet wider apart. It will help with your balance with this one. So you see if I go wider here, makes it a bit more manageable. Helps keep my hips forward and engaged. I can just pull back nicely on the band and hold. Ooh. There we go. So this one, again, back to the pull throughs. So remember, keep that band reasonably low. You don't want it too high. It can be a tad uncomfortable if it does. So again, walk forward, get a good bit of tension on it. Your hips are really strong, so you can get a good bit of tension on this band with this one to help with it. And again, we're going to go for 10 reps. Just hinge your back, really squeezing forward. Feeling for my hips traveling back. I'm only going as far forward or as quickly forward as I feel I can as my glutes squeeze. Is what you're feeling for there. Ooh. So moving back on to the planks and rows. So again, 15 seconds on each hand. Decent bit of tension on the band, but this one you don't need to go too mad with. So again, pull it back with the elbow nicely. Feeling for that shoulder blade pulling down on your back. That's it. Now we just change arms. Get nice and set. Go. Cool. Finally, onto the last set of band pull throughs. So again, remember this isn't any different from a deadlift. Hips and glutes, so feeling for your hips, squeezing, pushing back on the way back. Feeling for the glutes, tightening and squeezing to push you forward and lock you out. 10. There we go. So, the last set of planks now. So, again, 15 seconds each side. So again, set yourself nice and straight. Feel like your chest is pushed forward. Thumbs pushing towards the floor. Oh, there we go. So yeah, a nice combination of a bit of hips and glutes, abs and shoulders there. So that's when you can be a bit more time efficient and hit a few things with a few exercises there. So we've got 2 more exercises to have a crack at, and then a little glute finisher that I thought people might like, and again, just to do something different from arms as well. So what we're going to be doing now is I'm not sure why I've taken the band off there, because we're going to be doing face pulls, and we're also going to be doing an ab one that you know quite well, dead bugs, but we're going to be trying it from a bit of a different angle. Okay, so again, we're going to be doing 12 reps on this one. So the first one we'll be doing will be the dead bugs. Let's do the dead bugs. So again, band set up on a chair leg or something like that. Just something firm. You don't need something too, like obviously you want something sturdy, but again, we're not going to get a huge amount of tension on the band here. It's just something to make the movement a bit more challenging rather than getting like lots and lots of tension and pulling as hard as we can. So we're going to do dead bug legs with this. So what I want you to do is get yourself at an angle to it, so you're pulling across. Try and get your arms straight. And then we're just going to do 12 legs. Well, 24 in total. Remember, I'm still trying to keep my back pressed into the floor with this while I'm doing this. That's the focus, rounding out the back. Oh, I think that's 24 there. So, yes, back nice and pressed into the floor around you. Still wanted to keep that slightly rounded position there with that. And again, keep the arms as straight as you can. And you just, as I say, you want to feel like the arms are set straight and it's not pulling you back with that one. That's the focus on that one. Hopefully you should just feel it a little bit more in your core. You may well feel it a bit more in one side of it as well, like you would in like a pull-off press or something like that. But just a bit of a different movement. So now, just a nice shoulder one to help if you've been sat down all day at a desk or something like that, or just stuck. Face pulls. So remember these hands want to be traveling near the face, keeping the elbows uplifted a little bit. It's not a row. We're working a bit of a different angle here. So hands up. Feel like you're pulling back. So remember with these as well, folks, a little pause. Don't let the band just snap you back. There. So remember again that focus there, keeping yourself nice and upright, elbows up higher, feel your shoulders back working, driving those elbows back. But remember that little pause there, just so it doesn't pull you. You know, the band doesn't snap you, you're spending time in that end range of motion. That's where you want to build the strength. So that's where you want to spend your time. So little pauses like that do help a lot. Okay, so we should have done the dead bugs the other way around. Apologies, I've missed that out there. We should do these both ways round. So we're going to do 24 one leg, then we need to do the other side. Apologies for that. So again, set yourself up, rounded back, arms nice and straight. Do 24 legs. Right, so apologies. So we should have done the first set where we turn around and obviously work the other side as well. So again, number 12 on each side here. So again, back firmly on the floor. So remember, starting a bit of a rounded position, it'll help you keep your back on the floor. From there, another 20. Oh, 24 there. Ooh. So hopefully you feel your abs going there a little bit. So again, back to the face pulls again. Sat down, legs out, straight in front. Just that chest up. But again, keep those elbows high. And pull it back nicely. A little hold. There we go. So one more set left with the dead bugs and face pulls. And so we've got a bit of a glute finish here. To close out this evening. So, last set of dead bugs. So, nice and flat on the floor. So, pulled in that rounded position. Oh, get your back on the floor and hold it in position. Bit of tension on the band. arms up straight. Feel like pulling the band apart a little bit. Let's go for it. Sit. Ooh. Then flip round. Go the other way. Ooh. So again, sit yourself up. Last 24 now. So. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. So hopefully feel your abs working there a little bit with that one. So again, it's the last set of face pulls now. So elbows up, back, little pause. And I feel like try to pull that band apart, drive those elbows out. Ooh, 12 there to finish. Ooh. Right, so just last two exercises now. So let's say they're going to be a little bit more hip focused. Ooh. Also, quickly grab a drink if you've got a moment as well. So we're going to do hip thrusts. So just tweak that just slightly so you can see what I'm doing. So there's a way to do hip thrusts with a band as well. And we're also going to be doing some sumo squats straight after paired with this, just to really get the glutes going. Okay, so we're going to do slightly different reps today. So we're going to start off on 20 reps, do a bit of a descending ladder. So we're going to lose 5 reps each round. So it's going to be 20 on the first set, 15 on the next, 10, then 5 to finish. Okay, so with hip thrusts, if you want to obviously set up the band, the way to do this, sit yourself down so you can see me. So what we want to do, loop the foot, loop the band over the middle of your foot. Get it over the middle of your other foot as well. Now what you want to do is get the bands and pull it over the outside of your knees and onto your hips. And what you want to do, just hold it there till you get in position. So there you'll find the hips, it's sat nicely over your hips there. It's just going to provide that little bit of resistance for you. So 20 hip thrusts now. So I'm going to get stuck in. So again, remember focus, squeeze, and you want to rounded, looking forward. You want to try and avoid tipping over the back of whatever you're resting on. So that's it. There we go. Again, same thing, a little pause at the top, feel like you're stopping yourself. Those hips feel like they're locked forward there. So, just grab hold of the band, take it off. So, I'm going to do some sumo squats. So, step. Now, with the sumo squat being wider, I'd recommend you just have the band over the back of the neck and just standing on it and see how that feels at first. Holding the band in your hands, like feet under it, like we've done it in the past, can be a little bit awkward with a wide stance. Because I say we do want that wide stance and toes pointed out. It can be difficult to hold it on each arm. So I'd say just have it over the back here, like this, hands up. So say make sure those feet, I'm going to have 20 reps. So down. Feel like driving those knees out over the toes. Ooh, 20. So next set, down to 15 now, getting through it. So again, back to the hip thrust. So again, hook it over your feet, middle of the foot. Don't have it resting on your toes. And again, pull it back. Like this. So it's resting on your hips. Again, I'm going to go for 15 reps. Again, trying to keep looking for just my hips moving up and down. Oh. And there we go. So 15 reps there. I'm going to move on to the, sorry. So I think you may have lost video. I'm going to keep going. Hope you can all see me still. So moving back onto sumo squats. So again, just over the back of the neck. Get it on. Don't have it resting on here on your neck. A little bit lower down. Again, over the middle of your foot. And again, nice wider stance than usual. Toes pointed out a bit more than usual will help with this one. And we're going for 15 reps. So knees pushing out. Ooh. Right. Straight back into those hip thrusts. So down to 10 reps now. So again, feet over the middle of the band, or foot, band over the middle of the foot, should I say. So again, put it on the outside of the knees onto the hips. And just get yourself down in position. I'll go for 10 reps. So again, feel like you're pushing your knees away from you. Ooh. And back into those sumo squats. Ooh. So again, band over the back, just get it resting on those traps, a little bit lower down your shoulders. Don't have it resting on the neck so much. Wide stance, 10 reps. Ooh. Nearly there now, last set of 5. So onto the hip thrust. Feet. That's it, nice and set up. Pull the band out wide. Home around the side of your knees. And again, hips. We're thinking of driving the hips away from us. That's it. Ooh. Last 5 sumo squats now, nearly there. So again, nice wide stance just to finish off. Ooh. Oh, and we're done. So, good work there, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed that. As I say, I hope it was sort of right for you tonight, considering the heat and everything like that tonight as well. It is a hot one. Again, the usual, hope you've enjoyed it. If there's anything you'd like to see me do in the future, or if you'd like me to mix up the style of what I'm doing, like something a bit more high intensity, or focusing on more of bodybuilding, more focusing on certain muscle groups or something like that, please do let me know and I'll sort that out for you. Likewise, any questions, anything you didn't understand, wondered why we were doing it, just drop me a comment and I'll put up the workout sheet shortly for you as well. So enjoy the rest of your evening and good work tonight.